Hi guys, and welcome to the new video. Today I have few new computers. I mean, they were once new, but few computers that are new for me, and we're gonna check them out today. Got them on a flea market again, of course, and one was bought on the classified ads. So let's just start. This is the first one. So it's a regular Comtrade case, has all the normal stuff every case has. So here we can see it's Comtrade AMD Power Edition 2. Behind we can see it has a power supply and a main board with all the standard features and additional GPU, plus below there is a modem card. So let's open it up and see what's inside. So we can see it has a MS Platinum 400 watts power supply. There's a Foxconn cooler. The mainboard is Gigabyte GA-M61PME-S2, and we have a GPU that we're gonna check out later. There's a hard drive in it, and the CD-ROM as we saw from outside. The motherboard and the modem card, of course. The motherboard looks okay, and I think I'm ready to try and turn it on. So let's see what happens. So everything is turned on, so let's see when it start. Okay, everything is looking okay. And we are here. It's alive, and it's a bit newer PC from what I saw. Oh, it's booting into Windows. Very nice. It was written as a Phenom quad-core CPU, and that really sounds nice. And look how quickly it got into Windows. Let me grab my keyboard and let's see what's there. I must say, this was too easy for me. Okay, I need to reboot it because it's a PS2 keyboard. Let me enter the BIOS while we are at it here. Phenom 9500 quad core with 4 GB of RAM. Hitachi hard drive, I would say it's 250 gigs, and DVD ROM, 4 gigabytes of RAM. So there's a password and a username account with the password on this PC, so we cannot turn it on like that, but it's working, everything should be fine. So this was too easy if you ask me. I'm going to take out the motherboard now, and we will take a closer look of the motherboard once it's out. Please wait. So it's a Gigabyte GPU. It's GVR4650C 1 GB. Yes, some serials. She's looking okay. If we don't look at the dust, it's PCI Express, of course. This is some kind of gay USB, no, it's audio connector. So this is the motherboard. I did some checking on visual inspection of the motherboard, and I noticed something very strange here. Under this capacitor there's a lot of solder, and a bit on the top of the capacitor. The mainboard is working okay, but I don't know what could that be. If you have any ideas, please let me know. When looking under, I don't see like it was soldered. Looks like the way it should be as it came from the factory, so I must say I'm really confused. Other than that, everything looks in a perfect shape. I cleaned it a bit, and here you can see our CPU, AMD Phenom. As we mentioned before, this is the motherboard, and that's about it. She's working nice. Let me just check online. So here's the motherboard. So it can take Athlon and Cepron processors, DDR2 800, nothing spectacular, with Phenom support. So I'm guessing, because the box, the case said Cepron, somebody upgraded it to Phenom, and he did a good job because it's a good CPU. It has a GeForce 6100 GPU integrated on it, but this one came with the Gigabyte add-on card, and that's all about it. Okay, we're now jumping on to the next PC. See you in a moment. Here is our next PC with an Asus CD-ROM. Just a regular case. Let's see behind. Nothing special to see here other than a lot of dust. We have a power supply. We have a motherboard for USBs. Used to have a GPU, but that's the history. So let's open it and see what's inside. So we have a unusual green color motherboard. The model is MCP6P-M2. I'm trying to see who is the producer of the board, but I'm not seeing anything. Very interesting. Let me take you closer. So right away I can see two bulged capacitors. Everything else is okay. We have 2 sticks of RAM, AMD board with AMD cooler, CD-ROM, and there's a hard drive. Everything is, as you can see, very dirty. So I even think the power supply is flipped on the wrong side. The air intake should be here. We're gonna see it when we take it out. So let's try to run it as is. Let's see what happens. Will there be any fire? Okay, power supply is on. And it's working. Let's see the screen. Yeah, we can't see the screen because we didn't plug it in, but we will do it now. Oh, the baby is working. So it's Athlon 64X2 5000 plus with 2 GBs of RAM, and it's DDR2 800. It's not reading the CD-ROM, but it's reading the hard drive as far as I can see. So yeah, the motherboard has ID and SATA on it. Let's try to get into BIOS. Yeah, so everything looks okay over here. Okay, temperatures is okay. Biostar, it's a Biostar motherboard. Okay, we now know that. Let's F9 to select boot. Okay, let's try to start Windows normally. So, this CPU is working. It's nice to see that. We will now go ahead and take out the motherboard out of the case and clean her. So, I'll be back with you soon. So, here's the motherboard. I cleaned her a bit. You can see here that it's Athlon 64X2. As I mentioned, these two look bulged, the capacitors, so these all probably should be replaced before using it. When we're looking at the connectors, have basic keyboard and mouse connectors. It has a parallel connector, VGA, and I forgot to mention the chipset. It's N-Force 430 or GeForce 6150 SE. I'm going to show it on the screen soon so you can see it. And of course we have 4 USB ports and 1 LAN port and the sound ports. 2 PCI ports are here and 1 PCI Express slot is over here. We have IDE and 4 SATA ports over here, and that should be about it. Here's the RAM that was plugged in, so 2 sticks of VData 800 MHz RAM sticks, and that's about it. Okay, so this is the motherboard that we're looking right now. It's AM2 socket. It can handle 4 GBs, we have 2 GBs, and these are the standard ports that we just mentioned before. So this is it for this board. We'll now jump onto the next PC. Please wait. Okay, so here is our next PC. It's in a very good condition. The plastics are of course yellow, but you know that happens with age. You can see the difference on the top. Let's turn it around. So we have a power supply that is made for Pentium 4, so that could be a clear sign of what's inside. But we only have 2 USB ports, so that could mean it's something older. We will see. We have an additional GPU, LAN card, and a modem card. So let's open it. Okay, so this looks really nice. I really like the yellow colored, or if you say it, gold colored motherboards. It's an Asus motherboard, A7N8X-X. I think I already had one like this. We can see that we have a GPU, there's a LAN card and modem card over here, and we have 2 sticks of RAM. Fan is a bit dusty, but nothing serious. We have 1 hard drive, and that's about it. It's max power power supply, yeah, cheapo power supplies, but let's see if it works. What do you say? Power on. Let's see. Okay, it's quite loud. Let's see our screen. Oh, working right away. Athlon XP 1100 megahertz. It wants to live. It's coming into Windows XP. Wow, nice, nice. So works right away. It's strange that the battery is not empty also, but I'll take it. and it's working quite fast, I must say. Oh, and there it is. The desktop is almost empty, so it must have been freshly installed Windows, so that's why it works so fast. I don't know if you can hear the hard drive working. It's quite loud. Okay, view system information. Okay, so I fixed the image a bit. So it's Windows XP, Athlon at 1.1 gigahertz, and there's 512 megabytes of RAM. Nice. So we have two sticks, for each is 256 megabytes, and the PC is working. So let's now turn it off and take her out and check the motherboard, how it looks. So here is our main star of the evening. As you've seen, it's an Asus motherboard. We already looked at the ports. The real bad thing is that these 3 and these 5 are bulged and some of them leaked, so that's a shame. But it's nothing serious that technician or electrician can't fix. The CPU is here. It said don't take off warranty. It's AMD Athlon, as we already saw. The two DDR RAMs are 400 megahertz, and let's see, 256 megabytes each, and it's Hynix memory from Korea. The motherboard has 5 PCI slots, 1 universal AGP slot. We have IDE ports over here, I mean connectors, and that's about it. Let me Google it and see if there is something that I did not see, and it has. So here's our motherboard. It's socket A. It has an N-Force 2 400 chipset. We already looked at the ports, and if you see here, it says known issues is faulty or leaking capacitors. It can negatively impact system performance or stability. They have issues like bulging, leaking, or exploding. So we are lucky none of them exploded on this motherboard, but they should be replaced. Okay, we did not see any system instability, but it might happen if it will be used for a longer period of time. It can handle 3 GB of RAM. So this is it for this motherboard. From all the computers today, I like her the most. I mean, she is the oldest anyway, and I always like the golden color. I will see if I have someone to replace the capacitors so it gets reliable again. As I said, it is really reliable right now, but it could get better. So this was it for today. What I wanted to show you is that the GPU was Radeon 9200 with 128 megabytes. Nice, very nice looking GPU. Passively cooled. All the capacitors are good. Really looking very, very nice. The TP-Link LAN is over here. LAN card. Looking nice also. And we have a modem card. Looks like PC Tel. Yeah, nothing spectacular. Let's see. Yeah, PC Tel fax modem 56K. Oh, I remember the sound of 56K. And this is the Spire PC cooler. It's quite good. It has a copper middle part, so it should be very good at cooling this CPU. So guys, thank you for watching the video. This is all for today. Please comment, like, and of course subscribe. It means a lot to me. And I wanted to say that when we reach 250 subscribers, I'll be donating one of the random motherboards that we find in one PC that day. So it will be interesting to see what will he come up with, and which will be interesting to see which motherboard will come up for the giveaway. And we will include a few graphic cards for second and third place. So stay tuned. Thanks, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.